Ever wondered how studying philosophers like Plato can enrich your life? Let me introduce you to a person named Alex. Alex was in a rut, feeling uninspired. Life's repetition had begun to take its toll. One day, during a bookstore visit, Alex found an old book on philosophy. They began to read and a whole new world unfolded. They unearthed vast knowledge and wisdom untouched for centuries. The teachings spoke of the human condition, reality, and the pursuit of knowledge. They offered insights into the human mind and its role in the cosmos. Importantly, they offered practical wisdom for daily life. As Alex applied these teachings, they found a renewed sense of purpose and direction. They learned to challenge their beliefs, seek truth, and live virtuously. They learned to handle life's trials with grace. The teachings gave Alex a deeper understanding of the world and their place in it. They learned to perceive beyond the apparent, to delve deeper into reality. They began to understand the world not for its facades, but for its true nature. Alex found that philosophy was more than a subject. It was a way of life. It was a journey of self-discovery, a pursuit of truth, and a path to wisdom. So let's delve into the teachings of Plato, one of the greatest philosophers of all time, and see what we can learn from him. Plato once said, "Know thyself." But what does it mean? This wasn't just an empty phrase for Plato, it was an invitation to explore the world of self-awareness, to comprehend oneself beyond shallow characteristics. It signified accepting one's merits and shortcomings, wants and apprehensions. It's not about self-absorption or overconfidence. Instead, it's about grasping our core identity and utilizing this insight to steer through life's tumultuous seas. Every choice we make, every direction we tread is shaped by our self-understanding. Picture yourself as a vessel navigating life's vast sea. Self-awareness is your compass, assisting you through both tempests and tranquil waters. It empowers you to make wise decisions, leading to a rewarding life. Hence, probe into your soul, understand your true disposition. Plato's adage is as relevant today as it was then. Remember, knowing oneself is the first step towards wisdom. Plato believed in questioning everything. Why is this important? Let's delve into this. Each question we ask is a ripple in the ocean of existence, reaching into uncharted territories. Curiosity and critical thinking are our guides, aiding us in navigating through the intricate currents of knowledge. Just as a child explores with an insatiable curiosity, Plato urges us to maintain this wonder in our pursuit of understanding. Every question uncovers a layer of complexity, revealing a hint of the underlying truth. But remember, questioning isn't just about seeking answers. It's about challenging assumptions, breaking barriers and sparking thought. Asking questions is like lighting a torch in the darkness. It lights our guiding us towards wisdom. So, as Plato would advise, never stop questioning, for it leads to the truth. Moderation, according to Plato, is a virtue. It's a concept of avoiding extremes, neither a perpetual feast nor an everlasting famine. Such lifestyles aren't viable, nor are they appealing. Plato grasped this, promoting equilibrium in our lives. It applies to everything, from our diet to our thoughts. The principle of moderation reigns supreme. It's not about self-deprivation, but sensible indulgence. Overindulgence, even in good things, can create imbalance, disturbing our internal peace. In Plato's interpretation, moderation enhances happiness and welfare. It's a golden mean, a point between surplus and shortage, where balance is attained. It's the perfect balance, allowing us to relish life's delights without succumbing to their excesses. Moderation isn't about limitation, but about equilibrium and harmony. So let's strive to cultivate this virtue in our daily lives. Plato envisioned an ideal society. What did it look like? A compelling query. Imagine a realm where justice, equality, and communal living underscore existence. Such was the society Plato aspired for. In his perfect world, justice wasn't just a theoretical notion, but a tangible force. The heartbeat of the populace, mandating fairness and dignity for all, regardless of their standing or financial status. It guaranteed respect to everyone. Equality was another key element. Plato envisaged a society giving everyone, regardless of birthright or social class, an equal chance at success. This wasn't a distinction based on wealth or power, but rather on notions of merit and talent. Communal living formed the third pillar in his utopian design. He dreamed of a community that pooled resources, collectively labored for the shared benefit and cared for each other like one big family. This wasn't about creating a homogeneous society, but rather one that celebrated diversity while promoting unity. Plato's ideal society is a reminder that we should strive for fairness and justice in our communities. It's not just about creating a perfect world, but about fostering a society where everyone has the opportunity to thrive. Plato believed in the immortality of the soul. What does this signify to us? Let's dissect the profound essence of this belief. Plato, a revered philosopher, proposed that our souls are unchanging and eternal, pre-existing our birth and outliving our physical death. This viewpoint changes perception of life and death, urging us to concentrate more on the everlasting. The notion of an immortal soul implies we're more than mere physical entities, but spiritual beings on an infinite journey of learning and evolution. This idea can imbue our existence with purpose and continuity, helping us recognize ourselves as part of a broader cosmic story. Essentially, believing in soul's immortality encourages us to live life more profoundly, understanding the deeper meaning behind our existence. Our souls, according to Plato, are eternal and unchanging, reminding us of our spiritual essence. Ever heard of Plato's allegory of the cave? It's an intriguing tale of prisoners bound in darkness since birth in a cave. Their reality is merely shadows on the wall created by a fire behind them. For them, these shadows are the world. Picture this: a prisoner escapes, steps outside into the sunlight. The world's truth is unveiled in its complete, sparkling complexity. Astonished yet enlightened, he goes back to the cave, wanting to share his revelation. But his old companions, still bound, reject this new reality, sticking to their familiar shadows. The allegory, my beloved friends, is a metaphor. It represents our human struggle, our conflict between ignorance and enlightenment, perception and reality. It encourages us to be curious, to seek wisdom, to break free from our personal caves, and welcome the sunshine of knowledge. The allegory of the cave teaches us that there's always more to learn and discover. Plato's philosopher king is a fascinating concept. This notion presents a ruler, the epitome of wisdom and justice, governing not for personal agenda, but societal improvement. Born out of an intense education and profound understanding of philosophy and justice, these leaders are not inherited, but cultivated. They possess not just intellectual wisdom, but moral wisdom that propels them to favor the collective good over personal interests. Wealth, power, or influence does not impress these leaders. Instead, they are drawn towards the pursuit of truth and justice. This idea provokes us to rethink our usual perception of leadership. It encourages us to desire leaders who are more than just influential politicians or charismatic figures, but individuals enriched with wisdom and a clear comprehension of right and wrong. Now, visualize a world under the rule of such leaders. How it would differ from the world as we know it. A philosopher king, according to Plato, is the ideal ruler, wise and just. Plato's theory of forms is one of his most profound ideas. It's a philosophical concept that suggests our physical world is not the ultimate reality. Rather, this world is a reflection of an ideal, perfect realm of forms or ideas. Envision a tree. Each tree you've come across is a less than perfect representation of the perfect tree form that exists in the higher realm. This theory then implies that the world we comprehend is constrained by our sensory perceptions. We perceive physical objects, yet we are oblivious to the eternal, perfect forms these physical things mimic. This theory promotes questioning our perceptions, encouraging us to go beyond our tangible world and strive to comprehend the perfection existing in the forms. It invites us to a deeper exploration of reality, nudging us towards an intellectual and spiritual journey to understand the unseen perfection. The theory of forms challenges us to see beyond the physical world. For Plato, education was paramount. But why? It was then a mere route to a profession or societal standing. For him, education was a tool to explore, question, and shape the world around us. A significant part of his vision entailed empowering individuals to comprehend reality better. Plato viewed education as the cornerstone of our existence, as a means to nurture the human soul. His philosophy of education was rooted in the belief that learning enables us to overthrow the chains of unawareness and gain a more profound comprehension of our world and ourselves. He stated that this comprehension is our entrance to wisdom and virtue, the apex of a life well spent. He saw education as a way of stimulating the mind, provoking thought, and cultivating the inherent curiosity within each of us. For Plato, it wasn't merely about knowledge transfer, it was about awakening the mind, a lifelong towards truth and enlightenment. In essence, Plato's philosophy reminds us that learning is not a destination, but an ongoing journey. Education, according to Plato, is the key to enlightenment. Lastly, let's discuss Plato's views on love. Plato saw love as more than just a romantic sentiment. He saw it as a driving force for personal growth. He believed it pushed us towards the pursuit of knowledge, truth, and beauty. His conception of love was of a ladder, leading us from physical attraction to the appreciation of inner beauty and ultimately to the love of wisdom itself. This progression, he argued, was an essential part of human experience, a soul's journey towards enlightenment. Moreover, Plato saw love as crucial for societal harmony. He proposed that when love is nurtured in a society, it promotes mutual respect, understanding, and empathy among its members, thus fostering a more harmonious community. So, in essence, Plato saw love as a powerful force for personal and societal transformation. So, we've journeyed through the wisdom of Plato, but what does it all for us? In our journey, we've gleaned 10 lessons from Plato. We've learned to self-reckon, to comprehend our personal strengths and shortcomings, and to question all as curiosity drives wisdom. We were reminded about the virtue of temperance and the pursuit of a just society. We've explored the immortality of the soul, the allegory of the cave, and the philosopher king's ideal. We've reflected on Plato's theory of forms and how education molds our worldview, and in culmination, we've acknowledged love's role as a propellant for good and a way toward divine understanding. Studying philosophers like Plato can give us valuable insights into life, helping us navigate its complexities with wisdom and grace. Did this journey through Plato's wisdom pique your curiosity? Do you want to dive deeper into the minds of the great philosophers? If so, we encourage you to like this video and subscribe to our channel. Not only will it support our endeavor to spread wisdom, but it will also ensure that you don't miss out on our upcoming content. Remember, the journey of wisdom is never ending. Stay curious, keep learning, and until our next philosophical adventure, stay wise.